Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. So this is the YouTube television show, I guess it is, the Chasing Cardboard. I'm not super familiar with these guys because I don't follow these guys' their other page where they do their what do you call those podcast things, whatever they're called and stuff. So yeah, I know the guys. It's Ty and Mike, I believe, is these guys' names, right? So. Okay, I can't stand their shows. This is the big thing about the sports car community. Their shows are so boring when they talk cards. Very rarely can I. It's hard for me to, like, once in a while I'll try and give their show. I'll try and give it a try. And then it's like 5-10 minutes into it, I'm like fucking pulling teeth out and shit because it's so boring and shit, right? It's like, oh god, I can't fucking stand it. And then these guys are so fucking fake, right? They sit there and then they complain, you gotta be positive in the community, you gotta be positive. And then they fucking, like the Mike dude, he fucking puts out a challenge to the community to tell me your pet peeves, which means everybody tell me about all the negative experience you have in the hobby. But then he has the nerve to come back and complain that the hobby's negative. I mean, God, these people are so fucking stupid. This is the big part about what I really am trying to emphasize to all of the people out there that are getting into the hobby, or if you're trying to look up to find peers that you should admire and take quality advice from. These are not the kind of people. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that some parts of what they say is good and some parts are trash, right? Just like these dudes seem to be decent guys, right? But it's not because they're Christians, okay? Because they're fake as fuck. The Christian shit, what I'm going to show you here is that, I'm going to show you this video of what they're doing right here, and what they're doing here is promoting techniques for kids to accidentally kill themselves. And they put it in their fucking video. So if these guys are Christians who have children who are in the baseball card community, which they're trying to bring children into the community, right? And then they're gonna put this in their video, which you just showed a technique to children, and you're making it seem fun. This is how kids accidentally kill themselves because stupid idiots like you put shit like this in their video, and then kids that don't have any idea of what they're doing, of what the consequences of what they're fucking dealing with, they try and have fun doing the same thing you're doing. Next thing you know, one of them ends up dead because they don't understand how fucking dangerous it was what they were doing because stupid idiots like you morons sit here and play around thinking that this is fun. This is so fucking bad. I don't report videos and shit, right? But if I was the type of person that was into reporting videos, I would report this video. This is the kind of thing that should be reported to YouTube and should force. First of all, I would ask these guys, I'm making this video right here, and I'm making the video hoping that these guys see it, and I hope that these guys are smart enough to understand the seriousness of this fucking action of what they're doing here, what they're partaking in. This needs to be removed from the video. They need to specifically come out and say, we added something into our video that we had no idea of how fucking dangerous that action could be, which actually could get some kids to accidentally kill themselves. They should come out and fucking make a public service announcement and say, we were sorry. We did not know what this does, and for us to act like this is fun and this is a kind of activity that could get kids to die, they're so stupid. And it's like, this is what I want to try and get you guys to understand. If these guys who are in the card community, right, they've got children, they're trying to be Christians and all this stuff, if they're so fucking stupid to not understand how deadly and dangerous this act of what they're doing, if they're so stupid, then maybe they're stupid enough to not understand that Jesus cannot possibly be the actual Son of God, that God sent Jesus here to atone for my sins. Well, I'm not a fucking sinner. I don't need no fucking Jesus here trying to make me a better person. Fuck that. The whole purpose of what Jesus stands for is garbage. Okay, it's not possible. It's not possible that Jesus could have been sent from God to fucking show us the way to God. That is a lie. It's ridiculous. So that's what I want to show you, is that if these guys can make this kind of mistake with what they're doing right here, then why would you not think that they could make a mistake in understanding the true nature and intentions of God? If they're so stupid to do this, you think that they can understand the true natures and intentions of God? And of course they don't. They're stupid. That's why they make this. They put this in the video because they're stupid. And then why are they Christians and why do they follow Christ? Because they're stupid. Because they don't know what God actually is. They don't understand the intentions of what their human existence is supposed to be all about and shit, right? So it's like, overall, it's like, no, these are not good people. It's like the thing in the Bible says. It's like, if you're lukewarm, I'll spew you out of my mouth. Okay, these people are not even lukewarm. They're worshiping a fucking demonic entity, which we know as Jesus. If Jesus does not come from God. If Jesus is either 100% made up or Jesus was created by Satan. That's all there is to it. Jesus is a demon. Either Jesus is a demon, the son of Satan, or he's completely made up. But he's guaranteed 100%. I bet my soul, I bet everything, I guarantee you that Jesus does not come from God. I'd have to explain to you the nature of God and the nature of our human existence. Be a much harder thing to do, much more in length and detail and stuff. But let me show you here what's going on here in this. Let me show you how bad this is, okay? So here's these idiots, okay? And they're wrapping themselves. Now, see, what he's wrapping them with is a thing called shrink wrap, okay? So now, if this was like some like cellophane, what's it called, saran wrap? Okay, saran wrap, it's not as strong. It's not designed to squeeze. Okay, this stuff is called shrink wrap because it's designed for when you pull it on, it's designed to stretch. So then it compresses the items. You can, if you stretch it too much, it'll really compress. It's called shrink wrap. It shrinks down it compresses the packaging of which you're wrapping it around. That's how it's designed, okay? So what happened is that one time when I was young, I was a teenager working in a warehouse and shit, right? And so we had the shrink wrap, and one of the guys said somehow it came up where the person wanted to shrink wrap me to a pole, right? And because the guy was saying, if I shrink you, wrap you to that pole, he says, even if I give you like a knife and you could have a knife in your hand, he told me if I shrink you to that pole, you can't get out. You're going to be stuck, right? And I said, okay, I'll try that and shit, right? So I let the guy shrink wrap me to a pole, and he pulled the shit tight. He was pulling it tight to lock me in there, right? So he wrapped me, my arms were down at my side, and I had a knife in my hand, and then he wrapped me like basically right above my hand, and he wrapped it up to my shoulder. He wrapped me to a pole, really fucking tight, right? Okay, so, this is the kind of thing, it's like, because I was stupid, I didn't know what I was doing, this kind of, and none of them understood how dangerous that was either, right? Okay, but, so what happened was, we're all getting ready to go on lunch break and shit, right? So there's like we're in the warehouse, there's like 5 guys around and shit, right? So they wrap me to the pole, I'm stuck. I can't fucking move, right? I got a knife, I can't even move my hand. There's nothing I can do, I'm stuck. So, but what happens is like everybody's laughing and I'm saying, okay, I can't get out. And then they think it's funny. They're going to leave me. They're going to go eat lunch and they're going to leave me there while they go eat lunch. That's what they were going to do. That's what was about to happen. But what happened was the wrap was so fucking tight, it started compressing on me and I couldn't breathe. And this is the kind of thing. It doesn't need to be, it's like when you see people, they get in a stampede, okay? And they die. The people in the stampede, they die because they can't breathe. It's not because somebody's got their hand over their mouth and their nose. Okay, their mouth and their nose is open and stuff, right? But there's so much pressure, the body pressure, and they're being compact, they're being crushed, basically. And that takes away your ability to breathe, and that's how those people die. They suffocate from the pressure. So what happened when I was being wrapped to that pole with that shrink wrap stuff, it started compressing on me, and I couldn't breathe. And then I started fucking saying, they're all laughing and shit. And so I started saying to them, hey, I can't breathe. I start being like, just like, hey, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Then they start leaving. I start saying, and then only one guy was kind of looking at me, but he was laughing and shit, right? He's laughing, but he's still looking at me. And I'm just saying, I was getting real fucking serious. I start going, I can't breathe. 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 I just start saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Because it was fucking crushing me. I couldn't breathe and shit, right? And so the dude was like, thinking about it. Should he walk away and laugh and think it's funny and shit, or should he cut me out? He was the only one. There was one guy left, and he was thinking about it. He wasn't sure if he was going to cut me out or not, right? But I just kept saying to him, I can't breathe, cut me out, I can't breathe. I just was like serious, right? And so then he fucking took the knife and he cut me out, right? And I told him, dude, it was crushing me. I couldn't breathe. If you guys would have left me here, I was probably going to be dead by the fucking time you got back, right? So this shit, this shrink wrap shit is deadly dangerous. It's deadly dangerous. And if you get kids like in this, if a kid goes into the garage and he finds, oh, look, I got some of that shrink wrap. Let's wrap fucking Johnny to the tree and shit, right? That sounds like fun. Yeah, we just saw fucking Mike and Ty do this on Chasing Cardboard. They wrap themselves. So they'll be like, let's wrap them to the tree, haha. Then we'll go inside and play some video games and haha, we'll laugh while it's like the kid in the Christmas Story where the kid stuck his tongue, right? And then the bell rings. They all leave. They all left his ass. Yeah, they left it. They're just sitting there. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't even want to tell. They don't know what to do. That's how it is when you're kids. You don't know what the fuck you're doing and shit. And that's what they will do. They will leave your ass stuck, frozen to a pole and shit. They'll just leave your ass, right? Thinking it's funny. So this is what will happen with these kids. If some kid finds a fucking, what do you call a roll of that shrink wrap? Then it's because I would do it. Why wouldn't you do it? Especially if you saw these people doing it in the video. If you just saw this taking place in the video, and then you're like, oh, I got a roll of that shrink wrap, and then you're like, I know what's happened. Next time my friends come over here, we'll get the kid that's the weak kid, and we'll wrap him to the tree, and we'll laugh at him. Ha ha! We'll think it's so funny. We'll get a videotape, and we'll think it's funny. Then we'll go inside and we'll play video games, and we'll videotape him from the inside, and we'll be laughing at him. Ha ha! I'm gonna get 1 million views on my YouTube. I'll make a video. This is the kind of shit they do. The next thing you know, the kid's out there dying because he's suffocating and it's not because they put it over his face, because the other thing is the kids are stupid. They're so stupid. Next thing you know, the kid thinks it's funny. Cover his face. And it's like, dude, you can't breathe. That's a fucking suffocation hazard. But you don't have, this is the problem, is that with this material of what you're using is that you don't need to cover the face. All you've got to do is wrap the fucker tightly to a fucking object like a tree and he can't get away from. That will suffocate that kid and kill him. You can die from that. So these guys here, these fucking losers, put into a video that's called Chasing Cardboard, that's in this cardboard fucking, the sports card series that they're creating. They showed a method which can enable kids to accidentally fucking kill themselves. And they put it in their fucking video. This is the kind of shit where I'm talking about how stupid you people treat these people with respect. These people were so fucking stupid that they didn't know that they showed a technique of how kids can accidentally kill themselves, and they put it in their fucking video thinking it's a big fucking game that's all fucking jokes. You're fucking losers. You dumb motherfuckers need to remove this fucking shit from your video, come out, publicly apologize to the community, and tell kids you were not aware of fucking how dangerous your fucking little comedy action, what your actions here that you thought were funny and shit, you weren't aware, you didn't think about how fucking dangerous this can be to the population of kids out here who are watching your fucking videos. Fucking losers.
Because they're both shooting.
You dipped. Why you dip?